Good day, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, and welcome back to the Bit of Footy YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be running through my round 13 tips. Now, having a look back in round 12, I got 3 out of 6 tips correct, and I think it was Adelaide, Collingwood, and Gold Coast that I got correct last round. So had a pretty average round, but 3 out of 6 isn't actually too bad thinking about it, but hate getting the low numbers, and that's what I got last week, so I really need to lift this week in the tipping. Let's have a look at my competition. In first place we have Geordie Pluto again, also got 3 out of 6 last weekend, but sits on 74 points. In second place we have Uncle Thorpe in 72 points. We got 4 out of 6 last week, so did alright. And yeah, there's a few 4 out of 6s, a few 72 pointers as well. So I guess you can say there's a lot of equal seconds, and there's a lot of equal thirds as well. So it's close at the top. It's very close at the top, and then I'm just sitting in 20th spot on 66 points. And yeah, we got a few 5 out of 6s last weekend, but not too many. And so I'm doing pretty average in my own tipping comp. I don't think we're going to win at this stage because I'm 8 points behind the leader, but I'm in 20th spot, so that's the difference that I'm looking at the moment. So I don't think I really have that much of a chance at winning. But yeah, it's going to be a tight tussle at the top to see who gets the job done in my tipping competition. But without further ado, let's get into my round 13 tips. Alright, we're kicking off with the Thursday night footy. Thursday night footy being brought back. We have the Tigers taking on the Power at the MCG. It's going to be a tight match, this one. I feel I can see ways of both teams getting up in this game, but I'm going to back the Tigers in the end to get the win at the G. I think the home ground advantage is going to prove dividends for the Tigers here. They rarely lose games like this at the MCG. It's a bit, well, I don't know if it's big. I don't know if you would say it's a big game, but it's a Thursday night game under the lights at the G. Normally the Tigers play good in these sort of games, so I'm going to back the Tigers to get the job done at the MCG over the Power. Moving on to Friday night footy, and we've got another very interesting clash, which I cannot wait to see how it pans out. We've got the Dons taking on the Blues. The arch rivals going at it on Friday night footy. Doesn't get better than that. I'm going to back the Blues in this one to get the win. I just feel like they'll want to get back on the winners list. They had that loss against Collingwood. It was a very close loss though, so they played very well, the Blues, and were almost, they almost got the job done. They were unlucky not to get the win, I would say, in a very close game against the Pies. But yeah, I think they'll want to get back on the winners list. I know that the Bombers are going to get Stringer back this weekend, and that's going to help them a lot. They were sort of impressive against the Power in that 16-point loss, but I just feel like the way that both teams have been playing this season, when you look at it like that, you're going to back the Blues to get the job done in this game. Moving on, and we've got a Saturday twilight game to kick off the Saturday games, and there's only the 2 Saturday games, which is a bit disappointing, but we got to go through it. It's Freo taking on the Hawks in the first Saturday game. Gonna back the Dockers in this one. Obviously, they're playing some phenomenal footy at the moment. They've beaten the D's at the G, now they've beaten the Lions, and they're looking very good at the moment. So you've got to back the Dockers. The Purple Haze, they're getting up and about. They can feel, they're starting to feel something about this Dockers side, and it's very exciting for them. The Dockers, they're just up and about at the moment, and I feel like they're going to make it 3 wins on the trot. The Hawks, I feel like they'll be competitive in this game. They normally get up and about for big games, and this will be a big game. It will be a big test against the Dockers over in Perth as well. They've got to hope that it rains in this sort of game, but yeah, I feel like the Dockers, they've just been playing too good a footy at the moment, and they're going to get the job done in this one. Saturday night footy, and we've got the Lions taking on the Saints at the Gabba. You know, the Lions coming off a bit of a disappointing loss considering how they started in that game against the Dockers. I would say it's a disappointing loss for them. The Saints, they're coming off the bye, so they're a bit fresh, they're a bit recovered at the moment, and they're coming off a few wins as well. So the Saints are feeling good about themselves coming into this game. But I'm going to back the Lions to get the job done in this one. Even though they lost to the Dockers, they were still thereabouts in that game and they didn't play that bad of a brand of footy. They just got, overrun in that game. But I feel like, back at the Gabba in front of their home crowd, they're going to be playing some, very good footy against the Saints. I feel like the Saints will be in the game for the majority of it. But, the Lions will be too good and find a way to get the job done. And then we move on to the one Sunday game, which is the Roos taking on the Giants, which is, not the best Sunday game to get for the alone game. But, I'm going to back the Giants to get the job done in this one. I think I have to, considering how the Roos have been playing at the moment. They're not in the greatest of form, as we all know. The Giants, they're not, in 100% form themselves, but, they've won a few games this season. They've looked fairly impressive in a few wins that they picked up this season, the Giants. So going off that, I'm going to back the Giants to get the job done. Hopefully North Melbourne can be competitive in this game. They were competitive in the first quarter against the Suns, but then got blown out the water, which seems to happen a lot to North Melbourne, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to back the Giants in this one to get the job done. And then we go to the Queen's birthday game, the Big Freeze game. I'm repping the beanie for, the cause, for the game as well. I'll be at the game repping the beanie as well. Cannot wait to go to this game because it's looking like a very, very good Queen's birthday game. Pies coming off 3 wins in a row. The D's coming off 2 losses in a row. So it's a very intriguing match. I feel like we're going to be competitive. I feel like we're going to be thereabouts in this game, but I cannot see. In my head, I just cannot see the D's losing 3 in a row. So I'm going to back the D's to get the job in this one. As much as it pains me to say, I just feel like they'll want to get back on the winners list. They wouldn't want to make it 3 losses in a row. So I'm going to back the Demons in this one to get the W over us, unfortunately. But yeah, those are all the tips done and dusted for this round. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And my next video should be the match day vlog of the D's versus the Pies. So that will be the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one like I just said. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Cheers.